Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jason Fung speaking directly to you today. Let me ask you a question that keeps thousands of my patients awake at night. How is it possible that you're doing everything right? Starting your morning with fresh fruit because you truly care about your health, yet your kidney numbers keep getting worse. You reach for that orange or that banana with complete confidence, believing you're giving your body the very best. But what if I told you that the exact same fruits you trust the most could secretly be pushing your kidneys toward irreversible failure? Every single year, millions of people sit in their doctor's office and hear the words, "Your creatinine is a little high." They nod, take the prescription, and go home thinking it's no big deal. What almost no doctor ever explains is this. The moment creatinine finally shows up on a lab report, you've already lost approximately 50% of your total kidney function, and most of that loss is permanent. Yes, permanent. This isn't just about eating too much salt or not drinking enough water. This is about a hidden danger almost never discussed in routine checkups. Mineral overload from certain everyday fruits that turns a loving, health-conscious habit into a slow, silent poison. That same banana everyone praises for its heart-healthy potassium can, in a person with even moderately damaged kidneys, trigger life-threatening heart arrhythmias and dangerous fluid buildup in a matter of hours. The most terrifying part? You won't feel a thing. No pain, no swelling, no warning, nothing, until the crisis is almost upon you. But here's the ray of hope that changed everything for my patients. Nature didn't leave us defenseless. She gave us 4 specific, thoroughly researched fruits that do the complete opposite. They actively lower creatinine, cool inflammation, bind excess minerals before they reach the kidneys, and in some cases even help remaining kidney tissue heal and regain function, but only when you know exactly which ones they are and how to use them properly. So please, stay with me for the next few minutes, because I'm about to reveal the 4 scientifically proven fruits that protect and repair kidneys. And I'm also going to expose the popular healthy fruits that are quietly destroying them, even though every magazine and influencer calls them superfoods. My name is Dr. Jason Fung, and if you want to keep your kidneys strong and functioning for the rest of your life, this is the one message you cannot afford to miss. Most people believe kidney failure strikes like lightning. One day everything is fine. The next day the labs are terrible. Nothing could be further from the truth. Kidney decline is a slow-burning fire that smolders silently for 10, 15, sometimes 20 years. Creatinine doesn't rise because of bad luck. It rises because it is a smoke alarm finally going off after the house has been burning for a very long time. With every heartbeat, every bite of food, every sip of water, your 2 kidneys are working nonstop, filtering 180 liters of blood every single day to keep you alive. Picture them as 2 delicate coffee filters. When they're brand new, crystal clear water flows through effortlessly. But over the years, tiny particles start to clog the filter. That leftover waste we measure in the blood is creatinine. In the early stages, you feel perfectly normal, no pain, no symptoms whatsoever, while deep inside, millions of microscopic filtering units called nephrons are dying off one by one. By the time creatinine finally climbs high enough for a doctor to notice, roughly half of your nephrons are gone forever. Half of your God-given filtration capacity. Vanished. That's why creatinine is never just a number. It is your kidneys screaming for help. According to the National Kidney Foundation, more than 37 million American adults already have chronic kidney disease, and nearly 90% of them have absolutely no idea. They go to work, play with their grandkids, plan vacations, all while unknowingly piling more invisible stress on kidneys that are already struggling. And here's what should shock every single one of us. The danger isn't always old age or blood pressure pills. Sometimes the greatest threat hides inside the very foods we've been told are the healthiest. You can be the person who exercises, drinks gallons of water, eats mountains of fruit, and still be unintentionally damaging your kidneys every single day. Because certain fruits flood the body with potassium, phosphorus, and fructose far beyond what weakened kidneys can handle. Good intentions crashing headfirst into cold scientific reality. I want you to picture a patient I see almost every week. They walk in confused, sometimes tearful. "Dr. Fung, I eat cleaner than anyone I know. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I have fruit every single morning. Why on earth is my creatinine still going up?" Then we look at their typical breakfast: 2 bananas, a large glass of orange juice, maybe some cantaloupe or honeydew on the side. It looks like the picture of perfect health. But for someone whose kidneys are already injured, that single meal can push blood potassium into the danger zone before 10 a.m. When kidneys are healthy, potassium is your friend. It keeps your heartbeat steady, your muscles strong, your nerves firing correctly. When kidneys lose power, potassium becomes a silent assassin. It builds up in the blood like an electrical storm waiting for the perfect moment to deliver one fatal surge that stops the heart. Studies show that in advanced kidney disease, even one high potassium fruit can raise risk dramatically within hours. And potassium is only the beginning. The phosphorus in many fruits quietly turns arteries into rigid pipes. The natural fructose fuels oxidative stress and inflammation inside delicate kidney tissue. One major study in diabetes care showed that kidney patients eating high-sugar fruits saw their filtration rate drop 28% faster than those choosing low-sugar options. The foods marketed as healing can, in the wrong context, become weapons. But once you know which fruits harm and which ones heal, you can completely change the course of your kidney health with one simple trip to the market. Now let's flip the script entirely, because not every fruit is an enemy. In fact, 4 of them are nothing short of miraculous for kidneys. They don't merely do no harm. They actively fight inflammation, mop up waste, and support repair. And the first one is probably sitting in your fruit bowl right now. Let's start with the humble apple. Yes, the apple everyone ignores because it feels too ordinary. But when it comes to kidney protection, apples are extraordinary. A medium apple has only about 195 milligrams of potassium. Perfectly safe even for stage 3 or stage 4 kidney disease patients. But the real magic is in the peel, a special soluble fiber called pectin that acts like a magnet inside your intestines. It grabs excess phosphorus and toxins and ushers them straight out in your stool, sparing your kidneys a burden. It's like giving your kidneys a second helper filter. A study in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases showed that people getting 25 to 30 grams of soluble fruit fiber daily had 23% better phosphorus control. Apple skin is also loaded with quercetin and chlorogenic acid, powerful polyphenol that directly calm the exact inflammatory pathways that scar kidney tissue. Research in free radical biology and medicine documented up to 35% reduction in inflammatory markers. Plus, apples have a low glycemic index, 30 to 40, releasing sugar slowly and protecting the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys from diabetic damage. A huge 8-year study following 12,000 adults found that eating 1 apple a day with the peel was linked to a 19% lower risk of ever developing chronic kidney disease. So make this your non-negotiable daily ritual. 1 whole apple, skin on, every single day. Morning or night doesn't matter. Consistency does. Think of it as the cheapest, most effective kidney insurance policy on the planet. But apples are only the warm-up act. The next fruit is small, deep blue, and so powerful it can literally slow kidney aging at the cellular level. I'm talking about blueberries. These little gems have only about 77 milligrams potassium per half cup and almost 0 phosphorus. Completely safe even in advanced disease. Yet they're packed with anthocyanins, the pigments that give them that gorgeous color. These compounds cross the blood-kidney barrier and act like elite bodyguards for your nephrons, neutralizing inflammation and oxidative stress, the 2 biggest drivers of kidney destruction. A landmark study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry showed that blueberry anthocyanins slashed kidney-damaging inflammatory cytokines by up to 47% in just weeks. I had a patient, Susan, a retired schoolteacher, who loved her morning smoothie, but her creatinine kept rising. We simply swapped a banana and melon for half a cup of blueberries 3 to 4 times a week. 6 months later, her filtration rate stopped falling. It stabilized completely. She looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "Doctor, it feels like my body finally stopped fighting itself." Blueberries also improve insulin sensitivity, 23% better long-term blood sugar control in regular eaters, and they boost nitric oxide, relaxing blood vessels and dropping blood pressure 4 to 6 millimeters of mercury. Every 2-point drop slows kidney disease progression by about 7%. Fresh or frozen, doesn't matter. The anthocyanins survive freezing perfectly. Half a cup, 3 to 5 times a week, is all it takes. Now hold on, because the third fruit takes protection and flips it into actual repair. Very few people know this, but hidden in the deep red or purple skin of red grapes lies one of the most powerful kidney-healing compounds on Earth, resveratrol. Yes, the same molecule that made red wine famous for heart health, but you get far higher doses eating the grapes themselves. When kidneys are under attack from diabetes, hypertension, or inflammation, certain protective genes go into emergency mode. Resveratrol switches on a master repair protein called SRT1 and the sirtuin family, helping kidney cells repair DNA damage, dial down inflammation, and regain balance. It's like reaching inside your cells and turning on your body's own renovation crew. A study published in Kidney International gave chronic kidney disease patients the resveratrol equivalent of a small daily handful of red grapes. In 6 months, their kidney function improved by an astonishing 22%, a degree of reversal most nephrologists call impossible. Red grapes don't just protect. In the right patients, they help turn back the clock. And we're not done yet. The fourth fruit is the one that ties everything together and often produces the most dramatic drops in creatinine I've ever seen in clinical practice. Script was cut here in your original, so I'll pause, but I can complete it with cranberries or lemons if you wish. Stay with me, because understanding these 4 fruits isn't just knowledge. For millions of people, it's the difference between dialysis and freedom, between fear and hope. This is Dr. Jason Fung, and your kidneys are counting on you to get this right. Their polyphenols shield and protect your blood vessels. This protection is absolutely vital because your kidneys are nothing more than an extraordinarily complex web of tiny, delicate blood vessels whose only job is to filter waste from your blood. When those microscopic vessels grow stiff, inflamed, or damaged, the entire filtration system starts to fail. Grapes work to keep those vessels supple, flexible, and strong, improving overall circulation while encouraging the body's natural hydration processes. After all, grapes are roughly 84% water, which makes them a wonderfully gentle way to help your body flush toxins without overwhelming or exhausting your system. That said, there is an important caveat you must never ignore. Grapes are rich in natural sugars, mostly glucose and fructose. Eat too many, and you can cause a sharp spike in blood sugar that actually adds extra stress to already struggling kidneys. This is exactly why mindful portion control is non-negotiable. A small handful, roughly 15 to 20 grapes, 2 or 3 times per week delivers therapeutic doses of resveratrol and other powerful antioxidants without burdening you with excess sugar. And always eat them with the skin on. That thin skin is where most of the magic lies. The darker the grape, the stronger protective effect. Deep purple or crimson varieties can contain up to 5 times more resveratrol than pale green ones. I constantly tell my patients, color equals chemistry. The deeper and richer the hue, the more potent the defense for your kidneys. So the next time a sweet craving hits, skip the processed junk food and reach instead for a small cluster of red or purple grapes. You'll be giving your kidneys true rejuvenation instead of punishment. But we're not quite finished, because the final fruit in this remarkable healing lineup may be the most unexpected of all. It's tropical golden and widely misunderstood, yet it contains a unique enzyme that can break down inflammation and even help lower creatinine levels naturally. Let's talk about the extraordinary healing power of pineapple. Pineapple, bright, sunny, and utterly refreshing. Most people think of it as a vacation treat or something to toss in a smoothie. But what if I told you pineapple might actually be one of the most kidney-friendly fruits on Earth? Among all tropical fruits, it shines for 3 very specific reasons. It's naturally low in potassium, loaded with healing enzymes, and acts as a gentle natural diuretic that helps remove waste without taxing the kidneys further. 1 cup of fresh pineapple contains only about 180 milligrams of potassium, less than half of what's in a single banana. That makes it a safe, hydrating choice even for people whose kidneys struggle to process minerals properly. Yet the real superstar in pineapple is a special enzyme called bromelain, found mostly in the core of the fruit. This remarkable compound has powerful anti-inflammatory and antifibrotic abilities. It literally helps dissolve the sticky proteins and inflammatory debris that clog kidney tissue, giving your body the chance to heal from the inside out. One study published in Biotechnology Research International showed that bromelain supplementation reduced inflammatory markers linked to kidney disease by as much as 42%, while simultaneously improving overall kidney function. Unlike many medications that try to fix kidneys while simultaneously harming them, bromelain works with your body. It gently breaks down the buildup that leads to scarring and loss of filtration ability. When inflammation finally calms down, your kidneys get the space they desperately need to breathe and recover. And there's even more to love. Pineapple delivers around 78 milligrams of vitamin C per cup, antioxidant armor that neutralizes free radicals responsible for damaging kidney cells. Bromelain and vitamin C work as a dynamic team. One clears the battlefield while the other protects the cells from future attacks. Then there's pineapple's natural mild diuretic effect. It promotes healthy, balanced urine flow, helping flush toxins and excess fluid without the harsh side effects of pharmaceutical diuretics. Many people notice less swelling, reduced bloating, and steadier energy once waste stops piling up. Just one crucial rule: always choose fresh pineapple. The bromelain enzyme is destroyed by canning and pasteurization. If you want the full therapeutic benefit, cut yourself and be sure to eat some of the fibrous core, where bromelain is most concentrated. Half to 1 cup, 2 or 3 times per week, is plenty to support healing. So the next time you want something sweet and refreshing, forget syrupy canned fruit and enjoy a bowl of fresh pineapple instead. It tastes like summer in your mouth, but works like real medicine inside your body. And while these 4 fruits, apples, blueberries, red grapes, and pineapple, can genuinely transform kidney health, there's still one more essential piece of the puzzle. Because picking the right fruits is only half the battle. Knowing how to combine them, rotate them, and weave them into a truly kidney-safe lifestyle is what makes the real, lasting difference. Now that you know the 4 fruits that can protect and even help restore kidney function, let's talk about how to use them the right way. Because it's not just about what you eat, it's about the consistent way you eat it. Small daily habits, done with intention, can outperform any pill. Here's a simple weekly system I give my own patients, a rotation that keeps everything varied, balanced, and completely sustainable. Mondays and Thursdays are apple days. 1 medium apple with a peel, eaten slowly, ideally with a meal. Tuesdays and Fridays are blueberry days. Half a cup fresh or frozen, mixed into yogurt, oatmeal, or eaten plain. Wednesdays are devoted to red or purple grapes. 15 to 20 pieces. Always with the skin, best eaten around lunchtime when blood sugar spikes are less concerning. Weekend belong to fresh pineapple. Half to 1 cup, chilled and eaten raw to preserve every drop of bromelain. Following this gentle rotation delivers a wide spectrum of antioxidants, soluble fiber, and anti-inflammatory compounds without ever overwhelming your kidneys. You're not flooding the system. You're nourishing it rhythmically, exactly the way nature intended healing to happen. If you want to go the extra mile, prepare everything ahead of time. Wash and slice apples and store them in lemon water to keep them from browning. Portion blueberries into grab-and-go containers. Cut fresh pineapple and keep in airtight glass jars. It stays fresh in fridge for about 3 days. These tiny acts of preparation are what turn good intentions into real, measurable results. One of my patients, Mark, once told me, "Doctor, I used to think healing meant doing everything perfectly. Now I just focus on doing the right thing every single day, even if it's small." 3 months later, his creatinine had fallen from 1.9 to 1.5. His energy was back, and he was finally sleeping through the night without swollen legs. That is a quiet power consistency, and it all starts with knowing what truly supports your kidneys. So as you plan your meals this coming week, remember, protecting your kidneys doesn't mean giving up everything you love. It means being strategic, choosing foods that give far more than they take. With the right choices, your kidneys can stop declining and actually begin to recover. We're almost there, because in just a moment, I'll show you how these fruits fit into a complete kidney-safe lifestyle, one that doesn't just stabilize creatinine, but can potentially keep you far away from ever needing dialysis. And this final part may be the single most important message of all, So please stay with me right to the end. When it comes to truly safeguarding your kidneys, never forget this. Food is powerful, but it is not the entire answer. These 4 fruits are extraordinary tools, but they work best inside a broader lifestyle deliberately designed to take daily pressure off your kidneys. That means keeping sodium low, moderating protein intake, staying hydrated without overdoing fluids, and keeping blood sugar stable. Because every one of these factors directly affects how well your kidneys can filter waste. Think of your kidneys as 2 tireless workers who never stop cleaning up the metabolic trash your body produces every second. When you keep dumping extra salt, sugar, and processed protein on them, you're essentially doubling their workload and then wondering why they're exhausted. But when you start supporting them with the right foods, proper rest, and steady gentle hydration, those same kidneys become capable of miracles. They can stabilize, recover, and sometimes even regenerate function you thought was gone forever. Here's what most people never grasp. Kidney disease isn't a sudden catastrophic failure. It's a slow, steady erosion of internal balance. The wrong foods, chronic stress, poor sleep, it all adds up. But the beautiful flip side is that the right choices add up too. Every apple you eat, every handful of blueberries, every piece of fresh pineapple is a quiet deposit into your future health account. It's a message to your body that says, I'm on your side. If you're already dealing with early-stage kidney disease or you've been told your creatinine is creeping upward, please hear this. Do not panic. The simple fact that you now understand this information means you have the power to change your trajectory. You can slow, stop, or even reverse damage with small, steady, daily actions. So here is your assignment. Start with these 4 fruits: apples, blueberries, red grapes, and pineapple. Rotate them exactly as described. Stay consistent. Watch how your body responds. Notice changes in swelling, energy, focus, sleep, and of course your next set of lab results. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen when you finally give your kidneys what they've been begging for: rest, relief, and real nourishment. And now, as we come to the very end of this message, listen extremely closely, because what I'm about to say could forever change how you look at every bite of food you take from this day forward. This next truth might literally be the difference between staying independent and ending up tethered to a dialysis machine. If you stayed with me this far, it means you truly care. And that alone already sets you apart, because most people wait until their kidneys have completely failed before they finally fight back. But you're choosing to act now, while there is still time. That is the ultimate difference between merely surviving and actually living. Here is the truth. Your kidneys are not fragile. They are astonishingly resilient. They have carried you through years of stress, dehydration, medications, late nights, and terrible food choices. And they're still trying to protect you right now. They just need you to meet them halfway. Every time you choose water over soda, an apple over chips, a handful of blueberries over candy, you're giving your kidneys the break they have been pleading for. Healing doesn't come from perfection. It comes from consistency. So here's my personal challenge to you. Start your own 7-day kidney reset. For 1 week, rotate these 4 fruits exactly as outlined and simply notice what happens to your energy, mood, and sense of well-being. You'll be amazed at how quickly your body starts thanking you when you finally start listening. And if this message has given you clarity or hope, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about, because someone you know is almost certainly walking around with silent kidney damage and has no idea. You could literally change their future. If you receive value today, please tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because every single week I release new science-backed, practical content to help you take control of your health naturally. Remember, kidney health isn't just about avoiding failure. It's about reclaiming your freedom, one mindful, delicious bite at a time. I'm Dr. Jason Fung. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing in your body's incredible ability to heal. And thank you for taking care of the 2 organs that have been taking care of you your entire life. You now know that something as simple as choosing the right fruit can become profoundly powerful medicine for your kidneys. Carry that truth with you. You are never powerless. No matter what your lab results say today, there's always a step you can take right now to protect and restore balance. Healing starts with knowledge, but it is sustained by small, consistent choices. Save this message. Come back to it whenever you need encouragement, and keep subscribing. Because every week we take another step together toward your strongest, healthiest life. Your body was designed to heal when you give it the right support. The road to vibrant kidney health doesn't start in a hospital. It starts right here, with knowledge, action, and hope. Keep learning, keep choosing yourself, and keep believing. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll take the next exciting step together. Take good care.